Hi, this is Dr. Victoria Scarbo speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center in Wareham, Massachusetts. It is the evening of the 2nd of July. We had a new moon, solar eclipse, that if you were lucky enough, you could actually, if you had the time, actually anybody could do it who had an internet connection. But I did watch it on the internet, and it was pretty cool. It's not the same as, being outside and looking up, but it was still pretty powerful and pretty profound, that view of the corona of the sun, and then that dark hole, right? That like a black hole, and the idea that all creation comes out of nothingness. Everything that's created comes from the dark. The seed grows under the earth in the dark. The baby grows in the womb under the dark and in the dark. And so there is this sense of just wonder and miraculous capacity. It's a beautiful thing to watch. And if you have the time, I would suggest you do it. Next time there's a full solar eclipse, just go online and look for live eclipse coverage. It's really pretty cool. If you can afford to go to the place, then go to the place. Okay, so somebody asked me to do a quick reading on the parade that's happening on the 4th. So there's all kinds of concerns about it. I did shuffle the cards. I did start to pull cards, and I pressed the wrong thing on my computer. So I'm just letting you know that these cards have been shuffled, and I only got to the first card, so before I messed up. So these will be the same cards. It's the only card I know that's coming up, and it's this card. So this is the immediate environment. There's delays with this. There are things that aren't going to work out the way that the people planning think. There are certain things that they have control over, that they control, and then there are certain things that they're just going to have to there's not going to be much they can do. I wouldn't be surprised if it pours on their head, quite frankly. If you remember, the skies opened up when he when he took the oath of when he had his inauguration. I don't know if you remember that. It was pretty ominous. So there is also a sense of perhaps we need to look at this from a different perspective. We need to stay connected to source. That's why this guy has a halo around his head. This is the vibration for the year 2019. So perhaps we're having another moment when we need to practice the serenity prayer, knowing what you can affect and affecting it, knowing what you can't and surrendering to it, and the wisdom to know the difference. This is also associated with Neptune. This card is connected to Neptune, and Neptune oftentimes in the Kabbalah, in the chart, in the Tree of Life, the place where Pisces is on the Tree of Life, and we have Neptune and Pisces, so that's activated, is the path between the earth and the natural forces, right? Weather. And so with this, there could be also a big weather event that prevents this from going as planned. Let's see what's crossing it. Okay, we have sorrow. Okay, so what's crossing the gaiety of this celebration of patriotism is the situation at the border. The pain, the suffering. Okay, we actually see that could easily be the Rio Grande. That could easily be a border crossing. There's this sense of mourning over what you've lost. But I think as Americans, we have to see what we still have. What do we still have? What can we take with us? Move over this bridge, create more bridges and more compassion. It's interesting also that this vibration is a 45-9 vibration, and Trump is the 45th president. Okay. See what's at the root of this? Illusion. This is a dream. This is sort of like the perfect dream. I want to have the perfect thing. It's the photo op. It's the reason why he went into North Korea over the line. It's a photo op. This is another opportunity, this sort of showboat. So it's probably going to turn into if it actually happens, it's going to turn into a political rally. Let's see what's in the past. We have the Queen of Cups. I think this is the treatment of women and children at the border. I also think this is treatment of women in general. I think his past is going to come up to haunt him. He just, another woman just came out and said that he raped her. More and more of that stuff. So that's the past sort of pressing in on him, I think. Let's see what's in the sky. The Hermit. This is the isolation card. Having the isolation card at the top of the reading does not bode well that this thing is even going to happen. It could also, there's any number, I'm going to continue and see if something else comes up. There's all kinds of things it can mean, but I'm not feeling any of them right now. Okay, the immediate future. So this is fighting. So there can be conflict here. There could be conflict. There could be a lot of people, batting their ideas coming up. He's going to feel embattled. I think the president is going to feel embattled through this process. I don't think it's going to be what he thinks it is. How this is seen from the outside. Um, a show of military might. My sword is bigger than your sword. I was going to say something very crass. I'm not going to say it, but I'm thinking it in my head. For any of you who can read minds, you can read that. Domestic situation. Not good. Not good. The energy around this is not good. This is very warlike. It's people being unfair. I wouldn't be surprised if some of these right-wing hate groups come down there and start creating problems. Um, and then they'll try to blame it on the left-wing radicals. But unfair things happening. This again is like the administration being so abhorrent. And there's that sense of, yeah, but I'm holding all the swords, so there's nothing you can do about it. Just cry about it, liberals. That's what that looks like to me. Hopes and fears. I think people are concerned how much this is costing, quite frankly. I'm concerned. I pay taxes. Outcome. This says that he's doing this to impress his dictator friends. That's what that says. Oh my God. I'll keep pulling. The sun. Illumination. Something will be illuminated. The sun is going to shine on him, so it'll rain and maybe the sun will come out. But I feel like the illumination has to do with perhaps the reasons why he wanted to have this. And it's really just, I think it's really just as simple as I have the biggest bat on the playground and you're going to see it. And, this is, I have all the power. I have all the influence. I have. And that's what I think it looks like. But there is going to be some fighting there. So I wouldn't go if you are planning on going and protesting and stuff. I'd just be really careful with this energy. And we have to remember that Mars is moving towards a square to Uranus that occurs on the 9th. And so although it doesn't happen till the 9th, that energy is starting to build. And it's the energy of rebellion. It's the energy of anger. It's the energy of fighting. So just be aware of your environment. There is power in numbers. I think for those of us who are not going to go and protest and we're just sort of going to be at home or in our backyards or in our pools, just give it a moment. And what I would suggest is that we send love. We send love not to make it be the best military parade ever. No, it's about sending love so that the energy of love can permeate the the site, can permeate the area, keeping people safe, keeping tempers down, keeping sort of soothing, a soothing balm, and having this become a healing experience instead of just a crazy um, show of, my rocket is bigger than yours. Well, that's what I see. I hope you enjoyed that reading. Like and subscribe. I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.